And greetings, everyone. Welcome to another exciting stream of OBS, trying to find the game, I guess. We're, beyond the little bit of the, whatchamacallit, though, at least, the starting screen, I guess. The starting soon, the countdown, it has counted. We were not on this one, though, to see what was up with it. Hello, little Minecraft, how do you do? I bet you can, I think you can, we'll push okay, and you should go. Or maybe not. Maybe not, chat. Yikes, we got the echo going in, cause we're still trying to figure out the YouTubes. YouTube is tricky, chat. We're gonna hit the little mute. Mute. We're gonna wonder where our game is. Where's our game, chat? Where did our Minecraft go? Hello, Minecraft, how do you do? Why are you not on the screen? Capture specific window, let's go. Okay. Maybe we should do defaults on that or some such. We'll go here. We'll go but beep boop properties. We're already in properties. I just hook rate scale. Where's my scale ink? Scale properties. Hide transition. So show transition. Transform. Edit transform. Okay. I mean, as long as we're like good to go on the stream, right? Though I can't really see that right now. That was odd that, oh no, we're not. It's still definitely a very black screen, stretch to, inner bounds? Yeah? Wow, what are you even doing, you silly little OBS? Oh, awkward. I guess it was just hiding in the corner real quick, chat. And that's cool, you know, corners aren't bad. I can appreciate why I'm just hiding in the corner, I guess. That does feel a little odd, though. I do not know why I was just chilling up there, and not, like, here on the, scene, as it should be. That's okay, though, we're here now, and that's the important part. Do we have a bit of that, border going on? Because that's one thing that we're hoping not to, but it does seem like we've got a bit of, an extra bit of dealio that we're going to deal with real quick. Why would you do this? OBS was going so much better than Streamlabs, I thought. But sometimes things just get a little squirrely, I fear. Okay, top left, scale to inner bounds, scale to outer bounds, scale to width of bounds, height of bounds, maximum size only, oh no thank you. There we go. Yo, look how clean and smooth that is now, chat, just how we like it. Isn't that right, you happy little ghast? Yikes, totally in the way. And we're actually not Empsterdam SMP either. We're, my apologies, chat. There's just a lot of things that aren't quite going as they should be, maybe. We weren't going to start in Amsterdam anyway. We totally need to finish up and figure out how we're going to, do these little dealios, right? We don't want them to look structurally sound, but we don't want them to be too overbearing, you know? Or too, distracting from the normal, design pattern we got going down, I think. Even though they, are wanting to be. It's not that bad, though. Just a little hint. Little bit of hint. And so, this is getting kind of to what I was thinking, you know? Now, one concern was that, again, we don't have any, actual polished wall for the granite. And so, we were thinking about using brick, of course, a little intermixed texturing, right? But brick just does not work, chat. We've got granite down here, right? Like granite to go with the polished granite, and so I need to figure out what we're going to do about that. Because, I do like to vary it up, of course. And the, yeah, dang, the brick just does not cut it, right? The granite and polished granite, though, solid stuff. Theoretically, if we can place it. Just because the color goes so well. Admittedly, it's got to be more, you know, polished, I think, than regular granite, of course, right? And so, with that in mind, are we really good just keeping all those walls as regular granite? Or maybe we could try doing some, like, designy work in them, right? Get some patterning. Because they don't just have to be all that, right? Go up maybe, like, halfway, right? So 5 block, 8 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go up 5 blocks. So on the 6th block, we go there. And we go like 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that's not the best per se, right? Like, I feel like we might need to do... Maybe just throw a couple in there, right, for funsies? Wait, no, boop, boop. Not sure how I feel about that. What if that was like up here doing something like that, right? Oh, yeah, oh, but the thing is we want to get some stuff on the things in the middle so that way it's not just looking like, you know, thingy thing, right? And we definitely can think about doing more supporty looking stuff at the bottom. So that we get some more room, if you will, to run with it, you know? It does cover up the little core of netherrack we got going on, but that's okay, right? Does actually make it look kind of cabley too, right? Which is neat. The question is, do we do it at the stairs, or do the stairs take away too much since the walls are not centered on them? Yeah, it doesn't look like it's maybe braiding out or bunching up, right? It definitely looks more like it's just kind of disconnected, as stairs do be. And so, indubitably, maybe we went down a little further, right? Nah. I think for these, just doing it straight into the blocks works. But it's very cable-like, which I like. And theoretically, we don't even have to make that long of a thick part up there. Like, just enough to make it so that... okay, that's a little too much. Ran. What are you doing, pup? Oh. Wait, you know? Do it. Do it, puppy. Oh. The upstairs neighbors are moving out, and so they'll be doing some moving out things. Making the puppy much excited. Much excitement. The sounds and noises. Okay, yeah, and I think something like that, right? Into an upward facing stair. I don't know if it's gonna necessarily be connected to a downward facing stair like that, right? It could also go into like a block and probably not be too bad. Because again, now that I've done this, I'm thinking the idea of that is like, you know, them going to solid angry looking things, not the worst idea. Or even if that's gonna be the case, right? Like, should these then just not be stairs? Should we just continue the idea of connection? No, that looks a little too squirrely at that point. Definitely need to be distinct, I think, and kind of architectured ish there, if that makes sense. So let us think, let us think, let us think. We'll get a little more of that in there though, that's for sure. Get some more of this. Because it's definitely the base idea of the oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Stairs. Stare into the abyss. Dare forth, then we shall overcome. And that's not the worst. I do still kind of want to do something in the middle there, but again, I feel like it's not needed right now, which is kind of neat, right? We might be able to, I mean, one block I thought that might work with them, right, is a lightning rod, chat. A lightning rod. Not quite sure how well it will do. Don't even know where to find one, quite frankly. But like it's got a decent similar color, right? That looks really thin, though. That does not look like anything, right? That's maybe good for a cable on the when the little cable's on the side, but definitely not for this like main support looking thing. Yeah, it looks very decorative. That looks very decorative. Decorative. Ooh. Okay, okay. Not like these. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Down, down, down. Down, down, down. Oh, choo, choo. Down, 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 down. That does not look quite as good, huh? I definitely like them being more, like that, right? Bop, bop, bop. Well, I'd like, it's not the worst. I definitely like how this makes them seem a little more, longer. That way it can cover a bigger span while still getting a good, while still being the same block, right? Even though it's the same block. That definitely makes it look a little longer than it did, yeah. For a shorter distance, that other one would have totally worked, right? Okay, but now the question is, do we do it for all that stuff, right? Look at all the corners all the time. I can see doing that. It doesn't really blend in too well, though, which is one weird thing. Like just stands out. Does not offer any rounding. Of course, you have all that are not blocky blocks, so by the reason it is of the same, almost the same. A few pixels off, right? So it's not too surprising. It's a little off like that. It's not the worst. I really don't think it adds though, right? Makes it busier. That's the thing. But it doesn't need to be busy, right? If just this simple little happy granite column works. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot diggity dog. Maybe something in front of there though, right? Like just this one specifically. Want, 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 want. Doesn't look quite right, does it, chat? That makes it feel a little better, but I don't think it still looks. Oh, that's not bad. Only we get polished granite walls, chat. Maybe I should have thought of that before doing this in granite, huh? Taking it for granted, right? Yikes. I mean, that's not the worst. Having it be framing that pretty good though. Yo, we could think of doing something like that, right? Bop, bop, boop, bop, beep, boop, bop, boop. That's not too shabby. You like it better than this thing though, right? We do not. We do like how to build up this area looks specifically with that. And so we can definitely think about building some more of that for now. Hmm. Dang, that's wild. I do like how simple that just keeping the one around the light can be, you know? So what if we just do those? Oh, we used a wall in that part too? Okay, okay. That's still a wall. Oh, we put the stairs the other way. Intriguing. I think if we actually maybe did some more of these here, that could work. Or actually maybe down there, huh? Or do we want them connected like that? Mm, that might work. Aw, oh, dang, why is it just so clean? That's just so clean. That's clean. We're getting all too busy. That does look fun though. That just looks clean. More fun. More clean. Hmm. The whole thing. With the top part. Gosh, that copper does feel a little out of place just being only there. I guess there's the other elements that are only there though too, right? Oh, but that's the reason, because the copper is being incorporated into the granite. All that other stuff's incorporated into the bridge, which might, kind of separate like that, right? The copper just randomly being there does not really work too well. Like, with just that little amount of copper, right? So, like, how many different copper things are there? They're just like trapdoors, really, right? There's those shapes there, and then chiseled. Great. How great is that, chat? Bulbs. And they got little trappy trap doors, right? Trappy traps. Oh, that's right. Copper trap doors look pretty cool. Copper trap doors look pretty cool indeed. All those flavors of copper. Why? Why, chat? Why does each stage of oxidation need one? And then they're not even waxed oxidized, right? Not even waxed oxidized at that point. You get. Ooh, mud bricks. We've not done much with mud bricks. We're very not the best at grabbing blocks, farming and gathering. Chat. We're not the best at mining either. Sadly, we still enjoy the game though. We still enjoy Minecraft. I mean, how do we feel about these little graded bits? They're pretty great. Pretty great. I don't think we feel great about trapdoors for sure. For sure, no trapdoor. Mm-hmm. Really what we're looking for, is it? Easy chat. That definitely does not look as supportive as a solid chunk of polished granite, huh? No, it does not. No, it most certainly does not. We'll go here, we'll go there. We'll go boop, beep, boop, bop, beep, bop, bop. And so I don't know. We work on just like putting some random coppers in there. Just stick it out like boop, copper, boop. Okay, now we got color. I plan. I'm gonna think about working on something in the middle, specifically looking like structuring, maybe, right? Like boop and a boop, maybe, and a boop and a boop, and a boop, 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 boop. Now at that point, we want more of that connected, right? I mean, there shouldn't be that much variation in the cable, right? You kind of want it all to be the same uniform material, right? Manufacture and make, so that way the load is distributed as evenly as possible. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so one last quick check, right? What do you think, chat? Should we go with the copper, or should we go with the granite? I'm thinking we stick with the granite for now. The copper's not bad. The copper's got some nice, color to it. But yeah, that copper is just so solid, right? I mean, not copper. That granite was just like granite. We will not take you for granted. We'll go over here, practice real quick to build a granity little granite around this little dealio. Hello, little dealio. Oh, that's right. Although we could do spiral chat, we could still do a spiral. We like spirals, right? There's still the capability for a spiral. Again, the spiral doesn't really do too much for the build, right? Like it'd be neat. It'd be neat for it to be on the outside, but that is most definitely not cable. I mean, actually do like twist cords together, right, to help create rope and whatnot. And so theoretically, right? Oh no, the problem is that we were having really some trouble with this middle one, huh? The middle one is very awkward. And that's okay. These things happen. Mm. Okay, so let's. I mean, because this one was a plain one like that, right? Okay, let's trade all these out for some of these, right? And then we can see, of course, if the whatchamacallits work on the dealio. That won't work on those. Oh, what? Oh, what? Oh, those were just blanks. I see. Blanks. That does still. It's not really just those that make it look different, right? Okay, yeah. We do have some more stairs in the other one popping out. Doing stereo things, right? Which are pretty good, giving it a little like boop and a boop. Some contours. But not to a distracting amount, right? Oh, it's supposed to be up there. Oops. Boop. pop, beep. Wait, really? No, they were supposed to be on the inside, huh? Yee, yee, yee. We should go. Wait, should they go there? Oh, that's awkward. That doesn't feel quite right, does it? Yeah, it did look a lot better like that, though, didn't it? Hmm. Okay, okay. It's a strong connection, trust. We're just anyone like, yeah, don't need these connect cables. Nope, just cut them out. Cut the cable, chat. Cut the cable. And pirating, the pirating that, like, those major media companies do over wallets, right, for entertainment. Like, no way can you charge so much money for, just streaming this stuff, can you? Feels like a robbery. Especially since, as we found out during the strike, they don't pay the actors or writers that much, huh? Cha. Classic, though. Okay, I don't know if we put this one upside down then? That's not too shabby. So now we're competing for just happy little granite things, yeah? We can put little spirals on the bottom parts of these, Okay, so this one seems like it got a little less on the top, right? And we're okay with that. We're okay with a little more on the top too, though, huh? Just an extra bit of, oh, I guess. That is a good amount of extra bit of stuff, huh? Ho, 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 ho. Okay, I think, yeah, just trying to keep it simple, cable-like, not too overbuilt, good. And so, yeah, chat, let's figure out how much more we want to do with the rest of these longer ones, right? Going thick on this up a little bit, right? See how that feels again? Should feel pretty good. That's what I mean, right? If we're gonna have this just be kind of a thick, supporty thing, then we can work on tapering it some and shaping it some. Okay, that's getting very, I'm pretty okay with that. It does seem like we might need to go down here a little more with those, though, huh? If you want to keep the idea that it's like, supportive, right? Oh, the problem is how much does that interfere on the inside, right? So that just, like, makes a bunch of granite suddenly there. Well, not too bad. We can try taking it out, though, and just, having the regular stuff go in on the side, see how we feel, right? Like, that one's kind of important to have, I feel, just because of how it's placed. Bop, bop, boop, bop, beep, boop, bop. Mm. Yo! The Eight God. You ever watch Attack on Titan? I have. I mean, I don't know. I don't like label myself, but I've watched a lot of animes. Not read so much manga, but definitely watched a lot of animes. It's been surprising how good the dubbing actually has been lately on. Well, not lately, right? For the past 5 or so years, I want to say. Are you a fan of Attack on Titan? Not really a feel-good anime. That's for sure. But, pretty epic. Oh, right on. Favorite anime might be a little. I mean, the one I used to always fall back on was Cowboy Bebop. Just because that was so epic the first time I saw it, you know? Um, on rewatching with other anime that have been out that I've watched, it's aged pretty well, I want to say, right? But, I don't know. Hmm. 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 I definitely like Cowboy Bebop. I definitely like Samurai Champloo. Um, but you know, those are all like old animes, right? I mean, there's a sweet spot for Evangelion, of course, just because that was an anime that made cartoons okay for adults. Since it had not just cartoony um, concepts going on for it, but it's a little weird. Like there's some strange things about that. So I can't really say it's one of my favorites, but like, dang, that was impressional. Um, hmm. Hmm. There's also like the one-off OVA animes, right? That can get very like interesting. Great storytelling. Like Perfect Blue was one of the first just OVA storytelling ones I saw that was like, whoa. Psychological, mind trippy, pretty epic stuff. I think for currently airing, I can start out at a. I want to say to be Hero X has suddenly gotten really epic, and so that's definitely up there. Um, Kaiju number 8, it's been very cute, very fun. I do like Kaiju, and so that's up there too. Uh, I think those are my two top ones that are currently airing. Um, yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh, huh? Anime. I've watched way too much anime. Uh, I'd used to go back to solo leveling a bit when it was first coming around, but not so much anymore. Definitely some Jujutsu Kaisen, but again, not so much anymore. Um, hmm, nothing too fiery, nothing too spicy. Sadly, there was a Ghost '07 that was pretty epic, which was interesting, right? Because it was a random Yuri, I think, anime I watched, which was not expected, but like it was still pretty good stuff. Uh, hmm. Yeah, there's this Gaku Kachan, I think maybe that's currently in its season one. That's been pretty entertaining. Not the best, but I'm definitely excited. Or I definitely watch it when the new episode comes out. Dan to Dan's very wacky. Got a lot of SA in it though. That's kind of awkward. Um, like dang, but I mean, normalizing it being something that people are feel okay to um share, so that way healing can be done is very important. I'm not sure how well the way they portray it leads to that, but there's something at least that could be said about it, right? Like there's definitely not there's definitely yeah. Anyway, this is a Minecraft stream. Blah blah blah. But yeah, Dan to Dan, it's been a lot of fun. Uh, Hmm. It's weird. Like I like most things that Yoko Kano have done the soundtrack to, and so like Ghost in the Shell. Oh yeah, the standalone OVA, right? The standalone complex was pretty good series, but it was a little hard to follow sometimes. And so it's definitely like a gotta sit there and chew on it, which isn't bad, right? Like there was another one similar to that, Ergo Proxy. That was pretty neat. Um, that was like an OVA thing. I think it was one where it like switched the idea of light and darkness, which was fun. Oh, sweet, thanks. I hope you are as well. And I'm glad that you enjoy anime. I'm very excited about getting to see the Demon Slayer movie. That's for sure. Sadly, I've only been able to see a cam copy of it, but it is going to be released here in the next week or so at a theater, and I'm definitely curious about hitting up a showing of that. That's just been pretty epic. And if you haven't had a chance to catch Demon Slayer yet, I would definitely recommend that if you are a fan of Attack on Titan. Exciting animation, uh, gripping stories, character development. Not as um, not as ruthless in the treatment of the characters, the main protagonist. That's for sure. Which can be something that can definitely be something that some folks appreciate. But dang, yeah, that was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, and then there's Studio Ghibli, right? I guess there's just different flavors and feelings of anime that I think are pretty good. And so I think maybe one of the bottom lines, it's hard for me to choose a favorite. Last season, the new Gundam series they had, I thought was pretty. I mean, the animation was great. Storyline pretty interesting. I loved how they I did love how they split the storyline from the classic Gundam storyline for it. That was really well done. Very, very, very good. The one thing, the fact that uh, piece of driving motivation for both of the lead female protagonists, right? Was yeah, but you know, you know how that goes, right? Relationship, blah blah blah. And that can be I mean that's definitely a thing that can be important to hold any type of media portrayal of relationships between non men, accountable for. Um but yeah, it's an easy plot driver for folks to fall back on. And the animation was really cool. The character design. Oh my gosh. Pretty unimpressed with any isekai. ReZero's pretty okay. Just in the idea of, learning humility, humbleness, not inexplicable opiedness. Throw anything off. Dang, okay. So, maybe I should think about doing it in, like, genre, right? Like, favorite mecha anime? Well, I can't even say Evangelion at that point, right? Oh, I did like the design of Evangelion, of course, right? It was neat compared to the classically bulky models that you see, Gundam style, Robotech style, but yeah, Macross Plus, that was a really fun one from back in the day, right? The problem, of course, the idea of it maybe was not the not so novel anymore. For any that spoiler upcoming a little bit for Macross Plus of a rogue AI taking over. Although, now that we've had more actual instances of AI taking over jobs and other facets of our life, there seemed to be a lot less of those apocalyptic horror portrayals of it. Which, I mean, what flock cams were doing, right, with government agencies, and just giving them all our data and using AI across departments, right? So, like, the Department of Homeland Security was tapping into all the flock cam data, which violates sanctuary, like, rights and whatnot. And so, thanks to the ACLU and other places saying, no, you can't do this, while flock cams are still there violating our Fourth Amendment, they at least aren't feeding a bunch of metadata to nefarious organizations. Because ICE is an evil organization, chat. The fact that there's no actual pathway to citizenship for people is something that does not ever get talked about by media when bringing up immigration reform, etc., which is very problematic. Because people think it's easy, they just gotta do it, they gotta follow the steps. And the thing is that the people that are getting, seeking asylum is one of those steps. People are so freaking ignorant just because they want to hate and blame and punch down, It's like asylum seeking is one of those steps of legal migration. That's part of like the whole us having exploited the entirety of Central and South America for resources, yeah, for narcotics too, right? Like, yikes. Operation Condor was not a pleasant thing, chat. Wow, that's such an interesting ramble. Sorry. I've been trying not to think about it so much, and so when I do think about it, it kind of bubbles up, right? Like, oh my gosh, how did things get this dystopian, right? Oh, I saw the most ridiculous thing actually. I mean, like it's the whole thing. So there's those organizations that say they check for bias and bias check different forms of media. The thing is that the only people they get are the pundits that are only experts because the media have labeled them experts who say what is left or right in the media, then say, oh wait, this is left or right to those fact-checking sites, or policymakers and lawmakers are asked to weigh in on it, right? The people that campaign, the people that literally campaign on these issues, right? if it's are asked to weigh in if it's a left or right issue. And as you can imagine, the conflict of interest is never really considered because they've got people that identify as being left, people that identify as being right. You know, that self-select, saying that that I am this, I represent this, as being the ones that decide if something is left-leaning or right-leaning, which is just ridiculous. Like, because people just accept it as, oh, you know, these folks are getting to the truth behind bias and media. And it's like, no, they're just doubling down on that bias. They're exacerbating that bias by getting the same people that are saying it's this way or that way to say that it's this way. And it's just like, you can't have the foxes guarding the hen house, as was once said. You can't have those that are going to directly gain, right? Being the ones in charge of defining, in charge of setting that narrative, right? Folks that gain to profit should not be the ones that set the narrative. Material, interest or otherwise. They should not be the ones to set the narrative. Minimally. But anime is good. Let's go back to talking about anime, chat. I've actually been watching some Black Clover in the background lately. Very Naruto-y. I don't know how else to say it, right? Like, we could say maybe Dragon Ball-y, right? Just because Dragon Ball definitely had that whole epic arcing of stuff, right? And I mean, still, the same protagonist idea, getting stronger, whatnot, through the thingies, trials. Until trying to think of other, like, long-running anime like that, right? The, shonen styles. It was definitely a type. And so, like, I'm not watching it because I'm particularly attached to any of the characters of the storyline. But it's just like, it's like an animated soap opera in the background. And that's not too bad. We do have to dangle something off that. I don't know what we dangle though, right? I mean, it doesn't. Okay, it does make. Okay. The thing is that over here, right, and that it doesn't just go up straight like that. We got that nice middle part on that thing doing things, right? If that's gonna be like that, we should have the rest like this. That's for sure. Okay. That's starting to come together yet. Do we need them there? I think we do like having it bulged there a little bit, huh? I do like having that little chiseled face peek out though. I don't know why the little chiseled blocks are pretty cute. Okay, well, I mean, the thing that we thought going directly inside broke a little bit too much of the flow from this way, right? But I guess not so much, and that's cool. So instead, we will be okay with that and go back over here and just do that over here, like beep beep boop bop. We'll make it a nice little extra bit of rounding out, if you will. Which can be very helpful for what we're trying to achieve with these? Not too shabby. I do like how it looks more encased and closed there, though, right? Oh, we don't need that to peek out. We got to do over here, chat. They're already peeking out on the side, right? Only one little peeky peeky. Peeky peeky sneaky sneaky. Boop, beep, boop, bop. Boop, beep, boop, bop. Stare, stare. Stare, stare. Stare, 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 stare. Doop, 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 doop. Bop, 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 bop. Maybe a little more like that, right? A little more there. Go beep up. Beep, beep, boop, bop, 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 beep, bop, beep, beep. Okay, then yeah. Maybe we should do like a little extra there on each of these sides, right? To make it go up a little more, it'll be fine. Kind of not too shabby, chat. Like, again, I think the only thing we could really do is maybe go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Try a little boompy boom there, right? I don't really think that adds unless we did like another one below it, right? I mean, it doesn't necessarily take away it, huh? That'd make it start looking more like a larger tube than what we have it at, right? Okay, and so I could definitely see getting at least one more in there. But I mean, with the way the top looks, you know, I could all see just not and rocking it without. Oh, chat. Okay, yeah, matching it with this one though makes sense, right? If we're gonna do a special type of attachment at the bottom of it, getting at the same level as that makes a lot of sense, right? So starting like right there with it, right? Oh no, that makes it feel really awkward, doesn't it? It totally makes it feel very awkward. Mainly because it's all pokey out up there, right? All pokey outy. Give me just a sec, chat. $74. Oh, wait, oh, so is that one, yeah? Huh? Hmm. Dang, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, chat. What do you know, chat? And like, I did definitely watch all of Naruto, all of Shippuden, and all of Boruto. Oh golly gosh, what was that? That was an interesting sound. I wonder what that was about. I don't see any chat alert popping up. Huh. Hmm. Maybe we're just hearing things, huh, chat? Mm, yeah, I mean, doing like a ring of those won't really help, right? Make it look thicker, yeah? Make it look more round. Just makes it look a little silly. Just a bit of the silly. I mean, maybe not the worst. Bop, bop, bop. Bop, bop, bop. Bop, bop, bop. Gosh, do you think something that simple on through works, huh? And that means we don't even have to worry too much about changing out the blocks. Oh, it's the Pigos, isn't it? The Hoglins going oink, 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 oink. Startling, chat, startling. Startling and unexpected. Okay, yeah, that totally works, doesn't it? Oh, that shadow looks a little strange on that side, though, doesn't it? Does that work, that chat? Does it really? We're deciding to go on the bottom with it instead of the top, right? I mean, this does make it look a little better, I think. Because you don't see as much of the disconnected shadows just kind of like interrupting things along the way. You see one interrupting shadow all the way. Of course, we can't put a slab on there, right? Bop, bop, bop. Boop, beep, 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 boop, bop. Cool beans. Just slap more walls on it, right? Doesn't matter. Put more walls on it, be fine. It'll be fine, chat, trust. More walls, more glory. That looks like such a weird, bulky mess. But it should be working with the build algorithm we used. I mean, yeah, it does look a little better like that, right? I think than it did without anything. This isn't that bad by itself, right? But it does seem very basic per se, and so adding a little more to it, that does mean we'll probably have to add a little more of these inner ones, right? Which we're gonna change from basalt, of course. I don't quite know if we're gonna go nether brick with them though, or back to the blackstone that we have, right? Both are pretty structure-y blocks, right? The nether brick might make a little sense just because we got everything else for that, right? But you know, the blackstone being specifically there in those parts is the reason why blackstone could totally work in these here parts. Cause it matters, chat. It matters. This is all very important to trust. It's gotta be the proper blackstone. Gotta get them polished bricks going down. Polishy bricks, right? We can't even see this from out there, and so that's why it really matters. We can't even see it from the outside. Oh, I feel like that should be kind of maybe more on one of this thingy just in case, right? Sort of like actual got a bit of a support into it, right? And so connecting as much of them together as possible seems like it'd be the most sensible. If there's any sense to be had, right? It's not like this makes any sense yet. It is not like we're civil engineers or bridge builders. We are bridge burners. We've only practiced burning bridges, not building them. Wahahaha. Okay, so we get some slabby bits of them, stony bits. Slabby stones. Slabby stones. I almost kind of want to go like full on, maybe just like blam, you know? A little plus shaped, just solid block, like bop. This be structure like. This is helping hold everything together. Everything together now. It's important that everything be held together. And so just, you know, little slabs on the end. Little wall bits on the end. Would that really be sufficient, chat? Probably. We're gonna try this out, though. Why not? Bulk it up. Bulk the support up. Much support. All the support. All the time. Every support, every which way. Every which magnificent, fantastic way, right? Buddy dot dot do 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 do. That doesn't look round. That doesn't look like something, you know, I mean, like the thing though, right? That we'd be building with that surrounding-ish. Wall bits on the side don't really help to make it look too round, right? Maybe they will. Not really. We're not expecting much though, but maybe. Mayhaps, may yet. There may still be a chance, chat, that this wally bit will work to help give that round feeling. That round feely feel. But not just too huge. I mean, it's supposed to be support, right? So it being large makes sense, but like... Oh, wait, we need to go here, oops. Blue and white holder, Tennessee. I don't know what that means, chat. Tennessee is an okay place. I've never been to Tennessee. I know that Chattanooga is a tech hub because they invested in high-speed internet. And their general wages are not as high as other places. Oh, wages. What an interesting discussion, huh, chat? I mean, the fact that our productivity has increased by... Never mind, we're playing some Minecraft. Playing some Minecraft. Not waxing socioeconomically. Placing some blocks. Mining some crafts, you know. Minding my own crafts, chat. Of course, you know, mutual aid is very important, so providing mutual aid can be very good. Very sweet and serendipitous. Body that did do you. Chon. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Beep. Body that daddy that daddy that interesting. I mean, maybe something just as simple as that, right? I wish it could look a little more complicated, but we want it to not be too oversized, right? We still want it to be kind of round. That is kind of round. If we put that into a full block, that won't be the happiest, right? Yeah, that looks pretty okay. I wish that it was a little more connecty than these wall bits, right, chat? Connecty selecty. Bupecty. No. Not quite. Joe. There we go. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Just some slabs, just some walls, get that taken care of. Because getting installed is the most important part, right? And so we're just gonna go beep. Beep. Although, today is actually not the worst day to talk about the productivity in the US compared to wages. How productivity has increased by 4.4 times the amount that wages have since 1970s. Meaning that we're making 4 times, 4.4 times what we were, yeah. Don't need to explain 4.4 times. But it's just wild, right? Like, all that wealth just siphoning off from our communities, making us not able to support our communities, right? Like, it's so ridiculous thinking about how people celebrate EBT going away, right? When it was like, well, that actually really helps small local farmers compete, you know? At least for the states that have adopted the smart food bucks, that have programs that match USDA SNAP dollars with local grant monies to being either national or statewide grants, right? Nonprofit grants, state or federal government grants, to help supplement purchases, to double up the food bucks, if you will. Helping support local farmers, local economies, and helping nutritious food get to tables that might not otherwise be able to access them due to that whole wage repression that we're confronting. Okay, so we would have to do the same treatment to this side, right? Otherwise, it's not going to be round and cable-like, right? And I'm glad that it's big enough that we can just kind of like slap some walls on it and call it okay. I don't think that we would like this too much if we were having to see it too close all the time. The fact that it's under the bridge, right? I think it's pretty good for us. Underneath the water. Although I guess that's the sea lab underneath the water. Under the bridge is much more along the lines of sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. Sometimes I feel like my only friend is the city I live in, city of angels, lonely as I am. Now that is a lie. She walks on the streets 'cause she's my companion. Or something. I don't quite remember how that goes anymore. It's that day. She walks in the streets 'cause I'm all alone. At least I have mother chases a window. That's, oh man, there's so little of that song I can remember. She sees my good deeds and she kisses the wind. No, flirt. Flirt. I never wanted, now that is a lie. Okay. So I think we're getting there. Chat. I'm feeling pretty okay about this. I don't ever want to leave. I do kind of feel like the cables would be better going into the nether brick, right? Instead of into the glass. I don't know though. We could just try to extend this out and put them into that, right? That wouldn't be too bad. Be all like, boop. It does seem a little odd. Because these other ones don't have that feature, right? But we could just as easily, go boop, beep, boop, bop. Well, we do like the way that they just kind of disappear a bit, right? Having them connect and run through seems to be not the worst idea. Although having them actually connected and run through, right, unlike they are right now, seems like it would probably be the best. That does not seem the most secure though, the chat. That's not to be like, okay. This feels like a nice secure bridge for me to go on. I think we can just leave it like that, right? And be like, yeah, it is what it is. It's what it is. It'll be safe enough. Trust. That is, load-bearing glass, It's fine. Trust. It's really strong glass. Oh, okay. Yeah, that does feel very silly on chat. What if we make it like into some wall bits, right? Oh gosh, golly. No. I don't think that was quicker than just picking out inventory, but it's what it is. But we did it anyway. Bwahaha. I mean, that totally works better, right? Just going for a little of that thick into it. Maybe a bit of the thick out of it. I'm okay, right? Maybe just thicken the edge. Oh, those actually aren't too bad like that, are they, chat? I mean, I do like the nice, clean, single fence we got going down, but this totally gives a more like, okay, that actually there is something supportive there, right? Because sometimes when you're far enough away from it and looking at it, right, you can barely see the hint of it on the backdrop of all the other whatchamacallit, on the backdrop of all the netherrack around it. So I definitely think going there with that, and there with that's pretty good. There with that, and there with that. I need to come up with a list of favorite stuff, chat. I have such a hard time committing to that, really. I think a lot of things are pretty cool. Like, oh, that's pretty rad. I very much appreciate that. How can I say that? You know, hmm. So not like I'm trying to be non-committal, right? To not offend folk. But like, as tastes have changed, as I have aged, I've not necessarily updated all of the different aspects that can be included with that. And so, I mean, the idea of, you know, like what's been the most impactful per se, what was most memorable, are the different flavors and genres. It was definitely a neat way to look at it. Okay, yeah, chat. I think that's good. I mean, again, not quite as elegant, not quite as clean. Just the one little cable. But this is a lot more like, oh look, that looks like it could actually like they're connected, they're anchored, like they're structural, which is sweet. Yeah, for structurality. That's the word. Structurality, chat. Don't know about those. Not that. But they're not really like adding. They don't add. And if they don't add, why would we bother putting them down in creative mode, right? If it doesn't make it better, or in survival mode, right? Okay. Okay, chat. This is really starting to come together, I think. It was taking a bit, admittedly, so, you know, about time. For sure, but... Ja. We gotta decide what we're gonna do with the outside of these two, right? Since those go into it, we're not really gonna put things on the outside, are we like that? I mean, it kind of works. Only kind of, though. That does feel a little gangly. Ganglion. That doesn't quite feel right, does it, chat? Maybe there was like connecty point there, right? Bop. Connecty point. I really don't like all that texture on the side of that, though. That double connection of the thing, you know. And the wall, I fear, is gonna... Oh, maybe the wall's not too thick. Maybe the wall's just what we need. Maybe the wall is the exact thickness we're looking for on that. Oh, we can't see the little face. Can't see the cute little face. Hello, cute little face. How do you do? Oh, you can't see the cute little face with that in the way either, can you? Can you? Like, well, I mean, we could think of doing something like that, right? But again, then you got that silly idea of like, well, what are these doing on the side? How about anchored, right? Shouldn't that be anchoring? Shouldn't there be some type of anchorage going on? Not Alaska, mind you, but you know, like some type of making it look connected. Stable and sturdy. load bearing, as they say. Are you going to carry that weight? Carry that weight for a long time. That looks so silly. I'll never give you my number. I only give you my situation. And in the middle of negotiation, you break down. Yo, that's a little. I mean, that's getting very heavy. That's getting very intense on that, right? That is like that is doubling down. That is fully embracing the beauty of the chiseled block, right? And I think, I mean, are we okay with doing that? I think we could be okay with doing that. I don't think it looks too different when flying through here, that's for sure. Because you're barely gonna notice the stuff on me, you know, protruding too much from the outside. That's very easy to do right here, right? Just like, wait, oh, it's full wall. Wall. Wally wall. Wall. Whoop. Whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Is it really gonna be that for all of them? I think it is, chat. I think it is. I would accept that just looks nice, you know? It just looks nice. And it doesn't look like too much, I think, which is really good, right? Like, it's a lot of extra blocks, but it doesn't feel like extra blocks. Like, too many extra. Except the full-on 8 more blocks with some thicky stairs going on. Okay, you can definitely feel it. Well, okay, so how do we feel about fancy bits? Were we upset at the double doubles? I mean, we like that it shows what's behind them a bit more, right? Can definitely get with that. Maybe that one doesn't matter? So just glass, right? Okay, maybe that's just the concession we make. And we just make the rest, fancy bits, right? Fancy bit. Do. Yeah, that works. This is okay. And are we still okay with these being stairs all the way through, right? We're very much getting to a point where taking them out is going to be very hard. We don't mind them as stairs, mind you. But could they be something better, right? Something, more design-y. Okay, yeah, I think that we're gonna settle on something like that. It's just really odd though, right? Like, do we worry about doing any of the whatchamacallit in here, right? Oh, yikes. Would be like right there. Oh, hello there. It's not what we're trying to do. What we're trying to do at all. Yikes. Yoinks, chat. Yoinks. There we go. Noise. Yoinks and then noise. Noise. Do we get some wally bit? Walla. Wobbly. Wobbly. I know. That's the problem right now. It was very different from that nice clean bit of granite that we had going on. Until the only other thing that I can really think of right now to say, right, is, I mean, what if we just tried doing the same little thing here, right? Like, did, wall, stair, right? And so while, of course, there are different block colors, the design, the shape, the pattern is still gonna be like, oh no, that looks so different, chat. Can we actually do it by putting one of these in here real quick? Just like, oh, don't mind me, you know? Just gonna be a little bit of another brick, little emblemy thing across the middle. You can carry on after that, granted. Don't worry, you know, for now though, for here. We gotta get the little, get those cutie little chiseled blocks. Prominent. Oh, I mean, it kind of looks okay, right? If there was more granite color popping through behind this one up here, could definitely get behind it better. That there's not makes it a little rough. And so, I mean, it doesn't need to be, again, exactly matching along those lines, right? Going with some thick blocks here over this little part definitely makes sense. Definitely. Take that out. Okay, yeah, I think that, I just, odd, chat, that feels so odd, you know? So odd. Maybe a little bit of celebration, right? And a little bit of a, we got you covered. Get some of this action on the back. Action. No, that didn't quite work. Action. Oh, maybe not quite like that. Oh, wait. Ooh, awkward. That's not quite it. Not quite it. Maybe take some of these thingies out. Go with the bleed a dot, bleed a butt. Doody doo bum bum. Oh, maybe go slabby bits, chat. Instead of the full on stair treatment, right? Because we've already got enough stuff going on. Just like a little bit, you know, a little tiny bit of slab. A little some. Okay, that works out pretty well, actually, huh? And again, we can think about, you know, going in with polished first, right? And then doing some, the base granite around it. But okay, so it's like, block, stair. Well, that's right, the, polished granite's a little easier to count and differentiate those, isn't it? This is like, just, okay, and then, oh, slab. Those are slabby slab. Cutie little slabby slabs going on, chat. Cutie little slabby slabs. Right here and here, just like that. Beep and a boop, and a beep and a boop. Oh, I see. There's no way to make that less pokey outy. Pokey outy. I'm sure there's better ways to say what we're trying to say. Pokey outy works though. Pokey outy. Oh, that's the same thing though, right? We're thinking that's gonna happen over there, and it's just like, well, that doesn't feel quite the same, does it, chat? Even though it's so close to being like, I mean, it's exactly the same. Just the it just feels so starkly different. So we'll just cover that up, right? Okay. Yeah, I think actually, now that we keep looking at it more, that definitely grows on us, right? Because I like the little bit of extra texture we get with the stair block there from far, far away. Not, necessarily a galaxy far, far away. Okay, okay. We do the little, like, knobby knobs there, right? We like, boop, plug it in. Boop. A good thing about doing little spirals on the outside. That is still something we could totally do, right? I do think that's going to be a little too much, though. Nice, nice, nice. Look how nice that's coming together, though, chat. Okay, so theoretically, right? Spiral would be like, boop, bop, boop, bop, boop, bop, boop, bop, boop, bop, boop. Because we just did like a spiral on this bottom one, that wouldn't be too bad, right? Spiral, 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 spiral. Not with spiral, but spiral, spiral. Wait, oh, spiral, spiral with me, spiral with you. Spiraling out of control, chat. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Oh. Wow, does that really work that well? It feels like the spiral would need to continue up there, though, right? Like, we couldn't just stop it there, could we? I mean, how many spaces between the tips of it, right? Between each, should be 8 or so, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. And so if we go here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Start there. Boom, 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 boom. These do be a little squirrely to keep up, though. The eyes for the counting chat. It's very, very tricky sometimes. Spiral. Spiraling out of control. Pew. Pew, pew, pew. Pew. Whoop, whoop. Oh, that one's so much. Why is that so much wider? Oh, could we shrink it down in there? Could we don't pop it out any? But we continue to spiral along like that? I mean, does that work? I feel like, again, that would just need to be all spiral all the time at that point, right? No letting the spiral off the hook, if you will. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Uh-oh. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. That does feel a little odd. Oh, that's because that should be out there, huh? Huh, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, okay. Oh, of course, that should be off this way then, too, right? Ja, ja, ja. Of course, we just stop it there, right? As we were thinking. But then on here, right, we want to go 1, 2, 1, 2, and connect it a bit on the bottom, right? And maybe the top? Hmm. Yeah, doing it backwards is a little bit tricky. What do we figure out over here? What do we figure out over here? Oh wow, it's just like a little. Okay, they're all different. Nice. Nice, they're all different. Love to see it, chat. Love to see it. Looks like we use slabs. Oh no, they're whole bricks. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Hold on a sec, hold on a sec. You're a slab though, right? You are a slab. Okay. Um. And so yeah, it looks like that we just did brick, 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 and then rounded out with slabs along the way. I mean, that, fair enough, fair enough. Uh, like that seems like it'd be slab, that seems like it'd be slab, right? Seems like it'd be slab. That doesn't feel quite right, does it, chat? Out, 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 out. Bop, boop, bop. We need another regular block in there first, though, right? I feel like it needs to be kind of on the corner there, yeah? I feel like that makes it too blocky at that point. Like, does that need to be longer in a way? I don't think that quite does it. I don't think that quite does it. Chat. Okay, okay, okay. Spirals. Spirals. Make it round. Make it circular. Go, 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 right? The spirals, chat. The spirals. It's not too spirals. I want to do a spiral, though. Spirals are cool. Yay for spirals, right? We just gotta practice them more so we can do it more intuitively when we're up here in the midst of a bunch of other blocks, right? Because a bunch of other blocks is definitely what's making it a little more confusing, I think. And it's definitely, like the 5x5 spiral that we rock out. In the pipe 5x5, right? Theoretically. In some jargons. Not Jorgens. I think that's a skincare product. Oh no, that's Jorgens, huh? Jorgensen's a last name, though. There's that. Jorgensen. Okay, cool, cool, cool. And we're going up, and we're climbing up. Dot, dude. Brother, dot. Okay, spirals, right? Spiral. So, like, we should do it with blocks that have a little better definitive texture on them, right? Quartz works. Granite works too, right? Polished granite works. Ooh, stone slabs. Smooth stone slab, sorry. Brick doesn't. Polish andesite probably would. I think all the polished blocks would. Ooh, we could do copper, chat. No, that's a little much. That's a little much. A little oxidized and get all squirrely like, right? let's just do quartz, right? I'm pretty sure quartz does the happy stuff. If not, we'll just do granite. Oh wait, does quartz in the stones? Stony stones? Or is quartz in its own thing? Not even. It's just like, nope, I'm just here being quartz, like unflappable, chat. You will not contain me in a drop-down category. Oh no, oh no, I am quartz. I am here. I am there. I am everywhere. Look at me go in all my quartzy glory. Quartzin glory? Courting? Coordinates? Contusion? Okay, okay, okay. So, like, theoretically, right? Like, boop, boop, boop. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bomb, bomb, boom, boom, boom. like boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop. Yeah, okay, that's not gonna look separate at all, is it? I'm like, wait, these textures are not looking distinct at all, chat. So, okay, let's rock it out with, do we want to try granite, andesite, or, polished diorite? We could try with tough. I think we'll try with polished diorite, though. That'd be a very standout block. Stand up block? I don't know. Up for debate. Stand out? For sure, for sure. One there. Up. Wait. Over, up, diagonal. Over, up, diagonal. Over, up, diagonal, right? Over, up, diagonal. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. I feel like that's a little off. Maybe. We had it for a moment. We lost it though, chat. Shouldn't be that hard, right? Just diagonals. Just diagonals. Just a spiral. Come on now. Go beep beep. Boop boop. Or is it really out here? No, it's in there. It's in there. Bop bop. Bop bop. Bop bop. Something like that, right? Boom boom boom. Boom boom boom. Boom boom boom. Something like that, right? Indeed, indeed. Indeedy-doo. Indeedly, indoodaloo. Indubitably. Not quite that much. But beep boop bop. Beep boop bop. Beep boop bop. Beep boop bop. The corners, of course, a little trickier. The diagonals be a little rough. John, 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 John. Spiral, spiral, spiral. More spirally practice. And then we'll have it down for the good goods. We'll don't need to practice anymore, right? We'll just know, we'll just feel it, chat. We'll just feel it. We'll feel the spiral in our soul. Oh my gosh, tomorrow's gonna be Tuesday. Chat, I'm thinking we're gonna go back to our prior Tuesday stuff that we had going on. So there are definitely some P levels that need to be taken care of. Especially since the rest of Act 3 is rocking it out. Soon-ish. Okay, and so we go off to the side. Let me go to the side. Oh, I think that's maybe one thing we did, right? We went off on the wrong one on the other. Because there's only one here. Because otherwise it'd be down there and go, right? Here we start two. Because the first one starts on the side of it, the second one starts in the middle. First one on the side, second one in the middle. First on the side, second in the middle, right? That feels a little off. That does feel a little off now, doesn't it? Okay, because we need the one that's on the diagonal corner to not go into the middle, right? We not go out from the middle. And so it's much more like that. The diagonal corner must go out. Beep, bop. Well, that one went right. That one actually did go right. Nice. Kind of. We do still need a bop bop, I think, right? Wait a sec. Bum bum. Bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum. Bum 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 bum. That doesn't seem right. That should be there, right? There we go. There we go. And I go bop, 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 bop. Okay, so the important part, right? We've got to make sure that the diagonal corner does not go into the middle, which makes a lot of sense, right? If we want the flow to be looking outside, the motion that we can get being outside. Cool. And now the theory, right, that we have is that we can put one more block somewhere, and it's not that bad. Is it really just the one at the bottom of that, or can we put one here? Ooh. Okay. Yo, okay. That's totally a thing, right? Wait, no, that needs to go there. Bop. Those two go that way. Those two go that way. Those two go that way. Okay, so it's like on the bottom of the one that starts going off, right? Because we've got a thing connecting on that side, so we need a thing connecting on this side, yeah? Wait a sec, what? I think we might want to take a quick little break and come back to this project so we can look at it with some fresh eyes, you know? Because this is not looking that bad. It's just if we do want to make it thicker, right? Those look pretty good. Those look pretty thick and good. This one, on the other hand, little, not so much. Can we put an extra one on each of the bottoms? That's the question. There's only one on each bottom, right? Oh, okay, not on each of the bottoms. On every other bottom, right? Boop. Bop. Because we want to make it look connected there, not too unconnected. But then do we do one up here on that corner? On the bottom and then on the top? So do we add two? Okay, so we're thinking one on the bottom and on the top. On the bottom and on the top. On the bottom, on the bottom, on the top. On that bottom. Oh my. Okay, so we're just like adding one to each of the bottoms, huh? Just making it thick. Oh no, chat, this is where we get confused, right? Okay, so what if we got a piece like that, right? And then a piece like that, yeah? And that's pretty good. That's good stuff, right? And the other piece starts here. And so it's like we'd want to go underneath that with it, right? Like on the one that's turning. That's looking very not spirally at that moment. That's looking very gangly. Gangly, chat. Gangly. Not like ganglion, but just gangly. They've got too much stuff going on. That does not need to. be having. Bop bop. How good are we at parsing it down to what it should originally be? Not that confident right now. We be trying though, we be trying. Bum bum. Bum bum. Bum. Boom. Boom boom. Boom. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, that's not quite right. Okay, so we're missing one here, aren't we? Bop. 1, 2. 1, 2. No, what did we do wrong? Bop. Bop. Bop bop. Bop bop. Bop bop. Bop bop. That's weird though, right? I don't think that's supposed to be there. I don't think that's supposed to be there. Theoretically, things will be there one day. One day we'll figure out what we're doing, chat. Because someone's got to know. Someone's got to know what's going on here, right? Surely. Surely someone does. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, okay. So back to that. Back to this happy little happy bappy. Hippity hoppity bippity boppity, right? I don't know why I feel I want to just do something kind of like that and that. But I don't think that's it, chat. I don't think that's it. Okay, okay. So we got, block. Oh, chat. That's no good, right? We already got slabs going down on those. So it's very confusing. That was a whole block. That was a slab. That's a slab. Oh, was that a whole block? No, that was a slab. 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 And so maybe we go and take the whole blocks off, right? We did like that one a bit, but then we found that sometimes the edges look a little rough. And so we're gonna go for this one again. Whole blocks, slab, slab, right? Just trying to take a slice of that and figure out what's going on there, right? Oh, that's weird. Wow, we were inspired, chat. We were inspired. How did we start that? How do we think we were going to remember it? And then how do we want to use that to do something else, right? Oh, excuse me, sorry. I don't think we just go in with, maybe we just go in with slabs. I mean, there was definitely extra blocks. Definitely an extra block to put in. Because that's, because this is 2 blocks, right? No, it's, oh yeah, that's 2 blocks there. And this is 2 blocks, right? And so we've definitely got 2 blocks, 2 blocks, 2 blocks. And so is it 2 blocks here? That's the thing, right? There are on different middle ones at that point, yeah? Since they're, cause one's on the, you know, on the far one and one's on the close one, right? And so I'm pretty sure that decide if we want them on the far one or the close one, yeah? Like, we just make the middle one a little thicker for now, right? I think that's a good idea. We'll start right now just placing 1 extra block in the middle. Middle, middle, middle. Bop, bop, bop. Bop, bop, bop. That's easy enough to remember, right? Do you think that helps, you know, provide thickness and not take away from any of the curl? Really, it's trying to go on the perspectives, right, around a square shape, I believe. Okay, bop. Focused on just putting extra ones on each of those. That doesn't look too bad. It definitely looks a little sparse here now, though, doesn't it? In this transition. And so we want the transition to be, I think we need it lower. And so the diagonal one in the corner needs one underneath it, right? So the diagonal needs one under, and then the middle one needs one under. And I think that should be pretty okay. Maybe. Maybe. Diagonal. Ooh. Yo, that does look a lot more full. The top doesn't look that bad, right? Okay, so diagonal needs one underneath, and then the middle one needs one on top. Diagonal one under, middle on top. Diagonal one under, middle on top. Because we can just run around. Well, I mean, in creative mode we can do this. Again, survival mode is going to be a little harder, so making sure we know what we're doing, I think, is going to be very important. To make it not so painful once we get back to survival mode, right, chat? Not so painful. Because there's still going to be plenty of mistakes, plenty of derps, I'm sure. Derp, 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 derp. But yo, okay, there we go, right? That's looking okay, that's looking okay. And then we got this one little thing here, right? Which I think is where we thought going in with some slabs could work. What is a convention for them though, right? Just on all the corner ones? Corner, 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 corner. And if so, do we want to work on some on the bottom, yeah? Or just the top corners? Corner, corner. Oh, oh, oh. Eh? Meh? Okay, we already messed it up. Let us take the slabs off. We were good before the slabs came down. Let us think more about the slab placement, right? We're thinking corner, 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 corner. But the corners started failing. Started getting lost. Oh, I think we're missing one on the down on that one. Or the down. No, okay, we're down on the diagonal. And then up on the middle. Up on. Okay, we're missing that up. Up on the middle, down on the diagonal. I mean, oh, chat. We're not really doing spirals up these, are we? I'm really not liking all the ridging on that right now, you know. While I do appreciate what we're trying to accomplish with put them down, they're looking a little off. I don't think putting those in the way will do much. I mean, but it doesn't look any more off, right, than just those, does it? Maybe try connecting on the top parts, we don't see those so much. Instead of connecting them from the bottom? I don't know if that means we need to change this one at all. But we could, you know. My only concern though, like if we don't like the top looking like that, why would we let the bottom look like that necessarily, yeah? Because theoretically, it can look pretty similar. When things, you know, when everything's said and done, yeah? Because just a bunch of stairs. Because at the end of the day, it's just a bunch of stairs, chat. Oh my gosh. Okay, and so we're thinking maybe put the walls on top? On the top tops? Toppy, toppy, top, top. Toppy, 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 top. The problem is that we need to still do our magic grind, chat. Oh, we definitely need to get back to our ultra kill grind. It might take us a little practice, though, of course, to get into the Pew pew of things. The pew pew. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, I feel for some reason I feel like that's not as bad. Even though again, it's just kind of like the same thing, right? Just on the bottom now. The thing we're not going to be seeing it from the bottom too much, right? Oh, that does not feel cable-like though at all, does it, chat? I mean, maybe again when we put some on the inside, right? Then won't that just make it thicker and not as good? Even not even less good. There we go. Even less good. Cause I feel like it could, you know. What guarantee do we have, chat? That it will be right. Guarantee. Boop, boop, beep. Bop, 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 bop. For some reason, that did not feel like it quite. Oh, did we go too high? Oh, we did. Too much. Tone it down some. Pull it back now. Come on now. No need to go overboard. Okay, that's not too shabby. Um. Hmm. Oh, those do look a little odd, not connected too well, huh? I don't know how we feel. I mean, it might work to enter these into it specifically, yeah? Yo, okay, that totally works, right? No, please stop. Just go. Just do. Just place. Okay, yeah, anchoring them a little in that totally works. I think that we are committed to doing some more little wally bits on the side just because, right? That does look a little busy, it does look a little messy. But still looks better, I think, than just like one little row of blocks going down, down. Okay, cool. I think we're gonna take a quick little break here. Give our eyes a little moment to chill out. Because they're starting to bug out some. They're like, oh, it's too bright. Oh, there's too many blocks to place. Why? It's not even that bright though, right? They were just fancy graphics. No vibrant visuals. No RTX. Some generic vanilla action chat. Wop. I mean, let's go. Let's go. Right. Might as well get the flashy. So that way people know. People know the message. People know the important thing to do when watching this stream. Enjoying Minecraft for sure, like all day. Please do, by all means. But the important things to do, especially while watching this stream, right? Especially on the YouTube side, now we're streaming to it, is like and sub chat. Remember to like and sub. Gosh, so not as good without the RTX. Still kind of working, that is okay. Bum, 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 bum. We do need to come out here and design a better witch farm too, chat. It's not the worst, you know? It doesn't matter that we're not going to be loading up the realm just yet. We've still got more of this to take care of, that's for sure. We'll go here. We'll go here. I'm not thinking about. I don't know. Like the whole thing, right? When we try switching to RTX, it just like breaks things, and then takes more time of not doing actual stuff in Minecraft. We don't have that much time, chat. Until for now, we shall be right back. I hope that works. Let's go. Oh, we can actually get this thing in here too. Give me just a sec. Oh, okay, we'll go back here real quick, sorry. Go here. Copy. Go back here. Go paste, yeah? Yo, let's go. Okay, that should be pretty cheery and happily bappily. Rocking that out there. Nice. Nice. And we shall be right back. And we are back, chat. Now we head on off. I mean, I do need to find a way, of course, to make this work all the time, not just some of the time, right? I mean, not break. Must make it relog proof, yeah? We can. We have the technology. We just have been, we wanted to try to getting our own technology for it, right? There's so many products to work on, chat. Oh my gosh. Farms and farms and more farms. But again, I think that we're gonna have the outline for this bridge done by tonight. I hope we will. We spent so long on this bridge. Oh my gosh. Well, again, you know, like, it was partially this bridge and partially the tunnel out here. That took us a while, right? Honestly, the bridge directly took us maybe about 4 streams so far. Okay. Saying like, I mean, I'm still don't know how good I feel about those, right? As the blocks for that, but it is what it is, you know. I mean, because we can't really, they're not thick enough to get whatchamacallits in there, right? The get the get stereo bits, get the stereo bits going. And I mean, we could try making them thicker to incorporate some stereo bits. Not sure how good that would go. And so yeah, you know, just some walls and slabs, chat. Classic half block additions to each, you know, 2 vertical and horizontal surfaces, respectively. Cool. And I mean, okay, I don't know if we can really go spiral. I don't think we got the wherewithal, right? The coolness of eye to make it really happen. That seems like it's going too far out too. I have no idea what's happening there. It's more confusing, chat. Yikes. How did we do that? Okay, so theoretically we got beep, right? And so let's take like this cross section here. Because it's going to be very, you know, it's very representative, right? We got that cutie little Tetris shape, right? The Tetris little Z, if you will. Bop, beep, boop. And so once we get that Tetris Z, right? Or let's think about where it looks very thin on the transition. So we're looking. I believe that that's an extra one for now. No, it's not. Yeah, it was. Oh my. Okay, beep. Bop. Just keep it at the 2. Keep it at the 2. Okay, we already went around and put one on the bottom of each. Fair enough. Okay, so that's, chat, but we recognize that. We were going around destroying it, so I feel very good. Because we're starting to learn a little more instinctively what we are expecting to see as we approach building this. And then one more in there. Okay, bop up. So we want one in here, bop up. Which is interesting, right? And so we're saying one bop up, right? Bop up. We're looking for the bottoms, connecting up the bottoms, making a thicker bottom, chat. Because then thicker bottoms are what we need here. Yo, were they already just like that from, or did we actually, I think we went through and did that. From the base 2, right? Cool, went 2. And so we went and added one on each. One there. Okay, cool. I mean, that looks pretty spirally, I think. I think that indeed looks pretty spirally, chat. Do we spiral on? Spiral out of control? Or spiral forward? I think it looks spirally. I do want to get a little more on it. And it was just more, some slabs at that point. I think it might be, chat. I think indeed it might be. As, curious whether that could be, right? Let's try one on each thing that needs to go up one, yeah? And see how that do. Not be too much, right? Do we need to start thinking? I mean, we can only put some on the ones that are going down one, right? But I mean, this shouldn't be bad, you know? Or just, you know, opposite these ones, right? I'm pretty sure that's it. Bum bum bum. Just 2 per each side, right? As they go down. Round it out. Don't even need stairs, do we, chat? Just slabs and blocks. Slabs and blocks. Let's go. Ready dot. Ready dot. Ready dot 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 dot. Yeah? Oh. Oh. Me? Bop. Okay, there we go. Bop. 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 Boop 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 beep 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 beep. Boop. Okay, so why does that still look so blocky, you know? Block, 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 block. Is it because this one on the top is rough? Oh. Maybe we go a little lighter with it, right? And just accentuate and help accentuate the although I mean at that point it should be going into the corners so the perspective's not as or does it just depend on which way you look at the corners? Which one's the corner, which one's, you know, not the corner, right? Well, I mean, okay, I guess corners are not really that that mutatable, if you will, right? Mutable, but kind of what we're thinking here, right? Like, I think we go something like that. It does the spiral thing for the most part. It definitely has some flat bits, doesn't it? Oh, that's one thing that making it only 2 of those on each side, right? It takes out a lot of those extra double flat surfaces, right? Which can be a little uninspiraling. See what I did there, chat? Uninspiraling? Oh yeah. We might have to try incorporating that into a title at some point. Hopefully we won't be doing too much more with spirals anytime in the near future though, right? Okay, yeah, I think that looks pretty spirally. And again, we're probably gonna put some wall. I mean, at that point, we'd want like wall there and wall there, right? I'm not quite sure how that'd go. Oh, why do we not be able? Why do we not get polished stone walls, chat? We get like 5 different, 12, 13,000 different blocks of like black stone, right? But we can't get polished. Can't get polished and diorite walls, really? 5,000 trillion types of black stone blocks, but no polished diorite wall, chat. Doesn't make any sense. Those are real numbers too. Not exaggerated. Never exaggerated. Nope. I mean, do we think those add? Do they make it look more round? Do they just add more clutter? Unnecessarily? Because, you know, if it looks like it's actually blocking, you know, making it look blockier, right? Then curvier, that could be a problem. So I kind of think it's chat. I definitely feel like it's making it look like block. block, 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 opposed to there, where you can actually see the depth, right? The distance and distinction. Yo, what if we actually put some wait, oh, that'll. I mean, it could work with an. I was thinking N rod. Sorry, chat. Let's catch up to what I was thinking. Like, what if we put N rods in the corners, right? So that way, like, the brightness of the light would help mask the fact that it's cornered and edgy, right? I don't know how well that actually worked, but for some reason that makes it feel a lot more square and blocky, huh? That is not what I would expect. That is definitely what I'm feeling right now, though. Which I wish I understood a little better. Totally feel more square, though. Even though those are tiny, even though these are tiny, tiny, tiny things. I guess just maybe because it makes it brighter. So like, okay, that's totally the edge there, right? Opposed to like, oh, now that we've seen it, no, we can't unsee it, chat. We can't unsee it now. Get out of here. Yikes. Yikes. That's okay. This is fine. This is fine. This be a spiral. Look at it spiral. Look at how happy that spiral is, right? Now the thing is, we want to make it thicker. Because if we wanted to make it thicker, we could think about using more solid blocks, doubling them up in a way, and then getting more of the there in the way, right? In a way. Not in the way, in a way. The problem, of course, I think that we need like a full, at least 2 rotations, if not 3 like we have, to get a good idea of what the spiral would look like with the same pattern. But that means, of course, having to do that all at the same time, right? Right now, it would mean going out with more blocks every which way, Uh-oh. Although it's unfortunate, of course, right, that we can't, walk up this, per se, right? And putting, like, stairs in there wouldn't really help too much, I don't think. And so if we were to theoretically try to make it a spirally stairway now, right? That's, of course, the next step of making a spiral, How do you make it a staircase? Staircase. Oh. Boom. Boom. No. No. Saddest of days, chat. Saddest of days. I don't think we got the space or the clearance to really rock it out too well there, do we? Like, using this as a inner block base is not too bad, right? Oh, wait. Oh. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. That's definitely a whole block jump. Definitely a whole block jump, chat. One whole block at a time. Yup. Upside down. No, now we broke it. Nah. Okay, so what if we, there, right? Oh, gosh. That was some dashy dash. That's not, we can't go up that, right? Oh, we can. That feels cursed, but. So do we just, stare? Indeed. Oh, I think we're fly. Let's get not fly and see if we can, right? Bum 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 bum. Nice. Okay, so that's gotta be like stare. Then go stare. And suddenly it's a spiral staircase, chat. How cool is that? Admittedly, hopefully you're not having to go up the spiral staircase on the outside here. But if you are, then it's gonna be safe. Which is good. Because if you're down there, then it's probably unsafe for you. And so knowing that there's safety in a spiral coming on up is not bad. And I don't think this is going to make it look, too bad per se, right? It'll go with a curve. It'll even help add some depth to what was otherwise just a, like, 2-dimensional feel, right? Could add that extra little bit of a dip in these specific parts. Specifically. That chat. Okay, that does make me want to put a little more on the bottoms on some parts, doesn't it? The tops do feel a little too heavy now with some of the stairs popping out as they do. Or maybe not, maybe not. Oh no, okay, yeah, that's stair popping out as it does, right? Makes me want to have to put something down. Oh, that wouldn't really balance it out too much, would it? Is it taking that out? No. It's not the worst. Cause I mean, the other thing would be putting a stair under there, right? And I think that would be a little too much at that point. Cause we want to make it look smooth, right? But we don't want to overcompensate and just make it look too thick. Just thick enough, right? That looks all spirally. Cause why not, right? Wait, spirals, chat, the spirals. Oh, hello there. I think you should be a this. Oh, I think we put two there back. Oh, maybe not. Wait, oh wait. Oh wait. What are we doing? Okay, we got awkward. Interesting. So that should be like that. This, that, the other. Bop, beep, boop. Oh, 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 that's where it is. Wait for it. Two top, two bottom, one under. Okay, that's fine. This is fine. That's exactly how it's supposed to be, chat. Let's calm down. Let's not freak out. It's all good. We're all good. We're all gravy here. This is all gravy and good. Cool, so we got some spiral staircase spiraling. Spirally spiral. Spiraling. Spiraling out of control. I don't know about all that, then. Just one of those, not too shabby, huh? Up in the corners. So we help drag the eye upward, right? Even though we were talking about how it kind of makes it look more square from certain angles than not. Okay, well, with diorite, we might be able to rock out some pale oak fence. And some other, like granite, we might be able to rock out, oh, I don't know. I don't think lightning rod would work too well. It would kind of work. I do think they work better than the wall, that's for sure. The thing is, like, it's so hard to notice them, right? Like, are they really doing stuff? Oh, that's the thing, though. We might be able to do this and this here, right? Just not, the thick. And we just get, like, continuous feel of the blocks getting connected. I think that's pretty good. I mean, it doesn't really add, I feel, to making it more round. But it doesn't subtract from making it more round, and it adds a little more texture, which is never bad, I think. Definitely makes it feel a little more round. And we can think about like what types of lighting, right? I mean, lanterns, of course, fit totally well on fences. There's like no time where lantern on fence, I feel, is gonna be bad, right? Like, you can't ever go wrong with lantern on fence. Just like lantern on chain. Soul lanterns might have a little more specificity to them just because they're blue. But even so, if they're on a chain, they look pretty good. They look pretty good, chat. Don't really think it's glowstones. I mean, for this, it actually could be again. Whatchamacallit, right? Endrot. Specifically for the diorite. We'll have to think, of course, of different color combos along the way, maybe. Mayhap, mayet. Boop, boop. Yeah, I could totally get behind that. That's rad how the bases of the dealio go so well with the pale oak fence texture. Or color, I guess. Hue. Or does gray have hues? No, we're not gonna go. We're not gonna go there. Might have shades and whatnot, but nah, not chat. I mean, because Hugh doesn't have to deal with the balance of color balance, right? Or it does have to deal with color balance. Oh, but different color. Well, there's hue, saturation, and oh my gosh. Okay, okay. Oh no, that doesn't do it, does it? That's not quite what we're looking for. What are we looking for, chat? That's way too confusing. Do we just go for the toppy bit? A little bit of top. Do not bother with any lights. We don't put lights in the middle. The middle is just blocks right now because they were helpful to build upon. But they're not needed, of course, for the spiral effect at all. No spiral, no need. No biggie. It's all good. We just diggy. No biggie diggy. Diggy. No biggie. Biggie diggy. And we go down. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Up, beep. Okay, it did help it look spirally, that's for sure. When we back away, though, it looks spirally. And I don't think that these help it look spirally at all. That's for sure. So we'll take those off. But again, we can definitely think of putting some light in the middle if we want, right? For the spiralization that we are hoping for, I guess. If that is indeed a thing. Well, I mean, lighting for spawn proofing is not bad, right? Okay, so that's a bit of a spiral staircase. Very tight, very compact. Little hard to navigate sometimes. We might want to make it a little wider so we don't fall off. Especially if it's over lava. Although, you know, this isn't for like going up, right? Right now we're just doing something for decorating the pillars with. We just got really distracted and figured might as well make it a staircase, right? You were here for that. I was here for that anyway. Welcome to those that weren't. We've now made a spiral staircase. Ba. Okay, and it's weird, right? Because it's just like sandwich the slab. Wait, except for that one. Okay, so why do we do that corner but not that corner, right? Is it because that's on the diagonal? Oh, we changed that to that because we had stairs behind it. Ooh, that's why. We're full on blocks before, I think. Oh no, we didn't put the block on the bottom, the slab on the bottom, right? But we figured if the stairs are gonna be popping up and getting some more a little more balance off the bottom on those would be good. And so it makes the stair work. Not the safest, but you know, that's what we do. That's what we build, you know, the Empathosaurus way. Not the safest, but maybe not even the most aesthetically pleasing. But different, chat. Different. For different sake. Okay, yeah. I feel like we need a little more, whatchamacallit, to make that Geliode. Like, surely we've got a way to make it so it's not as dangerous, right? Not as folly offy. There's. It would just be like another slab up that way, wouldn't it? Throt, throt. And then maybe making actually that a slab as well, yeah? Or making that a slab. Or that just make it easier to go up and off. Or that just make it easier to die. I don't know, chat. We hope not. Might be the case though. Cause now you just, instead of oh no, I guess, it gives you a little more elevation to play with. That's not the worst. That's not the worst. Okay, okay. And I mean, I don't think that takes away from the spiral, right? Do we need to worry about the spiral? Kind of. We're worried about making the spiral stairway, yeah. Which we're not worried, but that's our goal right now, yeah. Spiral that stairway, chat. Spiral that stairway. We got the spiral. Spiral. Why? Because spiral stairways are cool, chat. Cheers to the spiral stairway. All hail the spiral stairway. Much cooler than a regular stairway. Or it goes round and round and round. And again, Minecraft is all about the round things and the circular things, right? Round and circular. Oh, that looks so boxy now, doesn't it? Yeah, I feel like we need more on the bottom bit there now, don't we? Don't we, chat? Again, though, that's only if we make that, like, stairable, right? It doesn't need to be stairable, does it? Does it? Being stairable is not the worst. It's not stairable, right? Not terrible, sorry. Being stairable is not terrible. There we go. It might be a little unbearable. Blip, blip, blip. Okay, okay, okay. That's okay. It's spiral, chat. It's spiral. Look at the spiral. Ooh, ah, wow. Big wow. We'll take those off real quick, because they do make it a little too much, I fear. Not much, but a little too much. A wee bit. Just enough to be like, no, thank you, actually. Actually. Whale. Okay, beep, 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 boop, boop. Beep, 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 boop. Beep, 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 boop, 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 boop. Spirals, 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 chat. Many spirals. Many circles. Many round things. Okay, so that's a chilly chill little spiral, right? Chilly chill little spiral. What do we got going over here? We should take this down for a minute so it doesn't interfere. Oh, beep beep. Boop boop. Don't mind the back, chat. The back is definitely a work in progress on that. Okay, okay, okay. We're not gonna do a spiral, are we, chat? Like, it looks plenty fine, right? Like, that looks okay, even though it's, pretty calm. This looks okay, even though it's got a little more stuff on it, right? Like, these look really fun for bridge structural supports, I think. And so, maybe we just worry about spiraling the bottom, right? Not worry about the top. Not worry about the top, right? Forget about the top for a minute. Beep, beep, boop. Um. Spiral, spiral. Uh-oh. Whoop. Bop. Bop. We can do this, chat. Cause we want to see how it looks. I think it's gonna be too much. Because it does not need this much. I don't know what else. Oh, Chad, have you got any ideas of what we might be able to do with this large, long, expansive stuff? Um, I am down to take suggestions. Because again, we're not too committed to this, right? This is not our favoriteest idea by any stretch. Okay, and so bop 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 beep. Okay, I feel like that should be out there, right? That's weird though, because I feel like that should be there, yeah. Bop bop. Okay, 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 okay. Let's go, let's go. We got this. Bop 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 bop. Oh, boop boop. Remember, we always try to take the diagonal one in the middle outside. Take it to the outside. And we put one on the bottom of the diagonal, right? To make it a little thicker. Thick, thick, thick. Bottom of the diagonal. Boop. Bottom of the diagonal, diagonal, diagonal. Doobity deep, 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 deep. Doop-a-dup-bup-bup-bup-bup. Diagonal, diagonal. Sweet. And then one more on the middles. In the middle. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Yes, just stuck in the middle with you. Right? Okay, that was a little flat. My apologies. I also did not remember more of Under the Bridge, sadly. I just know a decent amount of Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's for sure. I'm sure y'all are kind of relieved for that, though, right? um. Okay, and so that's the thing, right? If we want to make it a spiral stairway, we'd have to take those out, I believe, right, and make them like a thing. For the thing to the thing. But keeping it a spiral for now totally works. As we spiral on up, chat. And that's the thing, we would definitely want more spiral up there, right? It would just feel right. It would just feel right, I believe. I do declare. Okay, and so we're saying that we sandwich things, right? A bit of a sandwich. Okay, okay. So if we didn't have the stairs, right, we would do one on the top, one on the bottom. One on the top corner, one on the bottom corner. Make them connect. Body dot dot dot. One on the top, one on the bottom. One on the top. One on the bottom. One on the top. One on the bottom. Wait, what? Okay, we did something wrong here. One. Oh, that needs to be two, right? No, that's right. That's right. That's right. Wow. We're just missing a block here for some reason, I guess. Oh, we forgot to put it on when we're going up, didn't we? Fair enough. Fair enough. We're missing a block there because we never put it there, chat. Wahaha. Yeah, mystery solved. Oh, then theoretically it should be one of those instead. I do believe. Do you believe? Right? Oh no. Oh, that song. Okay, that's okay. These things happen. On the bottom, on the top. On the bottom, on the top. On the bottom, on the top. Wait, that's not right. On that top, right? On that top. Getting the proper bottoms and proper tops can be important, chat. Making sure everything works well at the end. Without clear communication, clear understanding of which one's the top and which one's the bottom, it'll get very confusing. Tops and bottoms are very different in the grand scheme of things. Okay, that's kind of an issue, right? I feel like we need a little more here of that spiral action going on. That hot spiral action. Let's get some of that spiral goodness. Wait. That should be spiral. You can go back to being that. Boop. No, not that. Boop. Oh wait, no, because that would need a thingy on the bottom, right? Oh, this is going to be problematic if we continue this, right? Because if we continue it that way, then all of this will be wrong, right? Because this is the middle one that should go out. That should go... the bottom one. I don't know. I suppose we'll just move all this down one, right? Because then it'll be right. There we go. Oh, that's the other thing we did wrong. Did less right than we should have. Maybe not wrong, right? Did it less right than we should have. I guess we can go here with that. Keep the round, going down. I don't think we want the spiral going into that, right? Or out of that, do we? I think that works fine. And of course, we're going to want to bring it all the way to the top, right? Okay, so 8 from here. 79. 87, yeah. Oh, it's 88. Oops. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Noise. Beep, beep. Beep. Or do we go up 8 more from that up to this part, right? Right. Because starting it there, I think we should still go around that light, which is pretty cool. Interesting. Spirals. Do. Although, okay, chat, I just realized too, right? We don't really want to use this here, do we? Because if we use the spiral here, then we can't really use it in other stuff around here, like the red zone, like our witch farm, right? And get some fun little buildy stuff over there would be very cool, I think. So, coming to a spiral on this, right? So it definitely takes away from the simplicity that we had before. I do like spirally things. It's just, what do you think we can do with the bottom? Or do we just leave the bottom like that? That's my main thing. The bottom just like, meh. I don't think it's the worst. How many spirals are too many spirals, right? Because I'm gonna be, okay, so theoretically, right? We're gonna not see the spiral enough outside, yeah? We won't be outside too much. Which one doesn't really matter, right? We can't see anything. We can't see any of this from out there, chat. I mean, that's like outside the tunnel we get from place to place, right? Not like we're gonna be flying outside the tunnel. We just need to hurry up, get this done because of how little impact this is gonna really have. So again, we might not go spiral just because that's that's a lot of work, chat. That's a lot of work putting a spiral in over lava. Not gonna see it. This extra thickness can definitely get behind the extra thickness. This simple little thing over here, that's okay. I'm not too opposed to that, right? Simple, elegant, refined. No muss, no fuss, just like bop bop beep boop bop, right? Nothing to worry about, nothing we need to worry about placing proper or gathering if we need to break it, right? No heating of stuff in the lava just from, breaking it up, right? Okay, and I mean, we're kind of okay with that. We do like it being more structurally thick. Supporty looky, right? Solid. But that's not bad, bearing the light. Okay, we're saying no spiral. Thank you, spiral. You tried. We were kind of, I mean, maybe spiral. That's okay. Yeah, we're seeing how we feel without spiral and with spiral, right? Is spiral needed? It shouldn't be. Something simpler. That again allows us to do more with other stuff elsewhere. Should very well be within our grasp, I do feel. I do believe. I believe, Jeff. Cause I saw her face. No, I'm a believer. Right? Right? Without a trace or doubt in my mind. Cause I'm in love. Okay, not so much. What's going on here? Go like breaky breaky, breaky 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 break. Oops. No breaky breaky. But yes, breaky breaky on that one. Breaky breaky. Breaky breaky. Oh. Breaky 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 breaky. Brick a brack rack. Bricky bits. One thing is, chat, I've got to get some magic dailies done. Magic dailies. I don't think it would be more than an hour to rock out the 2 that we could knock out. And we need to do it before 2, I believe. And so probably after we get done deciding on that one, not doing a spiral, right? Because there's no need, chat, there's no need. That is way too much. Way too much work for way little, for too little payoff. What we already got going on. if there was less stuff over here already, right? I'd say sure. I'd say sure, but that's nice. This is nice. And yeah, we can think of what we want to do with the bottom. You know, we could make maybe a fancier looking lattice work in there if we wanted. I don't know. Maybe just connect things, you know. Um, I mean, there's nothing we could really do like to make it holiday lighty, right? Like connecting some glow rods between there could be a thing. There's no like small lanterns. Lanterns, chat. We could use lanterns. Chains and lanterns. Chains and lanterns. Of course, the chains don't meet the lantern when they're placed horizontally, and we'd want a horizontal chain through there, I think, to make the little cables look like they had some maybe bit of connection and light through them. Because, you know, adding light to a bridge is not bad. Of course, we're not really upside down on the bridge, right? We're not really down here, so the light don't really add much. Okay, cool. No light. We got this part in here that we're thinking like, okay, do some molly bits around, secure it, make it look all structurally thick. Load and bear it. Let us bear the loads, chat. Loading. Shown. Johnny. We go out. We got 4 hours, it will be 12. Oh, dang, we still have coffee. That's unfortunate. And so, yeah, I do believe at 12 we're going to be signing off, switching to some Magic the Gathering. We can get some of those dailies out of the way. Oh, and the mythic ladder reset, so we need to start climbing. We need to start climbing again, chat. Rank doesn't get itself, right? And again, we keep a little better mental and don't tilt out as much when we do this like every 3-day type thing. Which works pretty well. Until we fail on keeping up on the dailies, which we kind of have. We're accumulating gold though. I mean, if I was more excited about drafting EOE, I might be a lot more on it, right? Like drafting Final Fantasy, that was really fun. And you know, earning gold with all the daily quests was how we did that. Again, we love aliens, we love space, sci-fi, robots, etc., etc. You know, that stuff's fun. But it's just weird. I feel like I'm not as happy when my cards are doing things in EOE as I was in Final Fantasy, right? I do think there's more room for counterplay, which is rad. It's not as exciting or as fun. I feel, right? And excitement and fun. Huzzah. As much as that can be had in a TCG, right? Ooh, these little, I think they look like little hats on them, right? Are not too shabby. That is really hard to distinct though, right? With the upside down stare. More so than usual, which is odd. Because normally the upside down stare sticks out just fine, right? But this time it felt like it did not. It did not give the texture that we were hoping for, right? I mean, we don't need to like directly hold up, right? Make it a little more accessible through lighting is not the worst idea, I feel. Ooh, how do we need that there then, right? Can we just go like, that. Mm, definitely works in one way, but then doesn't work in the other way, right? Like, connecty bits. Hmm. Hmm. What if we just went empty on that one, right? Did like how pillory, almost gatehousey it looked like before, right? But having that just like lightly there, all exposed, feels nice too, doesn't it? Hmm. That stair does work nicely there, though. More so than that thingy. Again, it's a little odd, of course, right? Because the idea of that being kind of a structural buckley type thing, right? To latch that anchored support onto the bridgy bit. Bridgy bit. Bridgy bit. That's not too shabby. And I mean, it doesn't really matter when looking up close that it doesn't make too much sense. Like, what's going on? Are there just a bunch of stairs and whatnot there? Like, yeah, why not? Like, why not? Oh, that really is. Oh, that's an upside down stair. Fair enough. Fair enough, chat. We want a full on bricky bit for here, though, right? Full on bricky bit. Full on bricky bit. Bricky bit. Bricky bit. Cool. Got full on bricky bit. Got full on bricky bit. How much do we feel we need on the top? Cause down that top feels a little. Oh, it's just from the side though, right? Dun 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 dun. It could make more sense too that the middle ones got more built around it, right? Because that's gonna be having the most weight unsupported, yeah. Okay, well the first idea rooted in the parts that look like they're. Oh, okay, we already did the parts that look like intersecting with this got polishy bits going down. Oh, just wally bits going down. I don't know if that means we want to do this though, right? To make it look like I am angered. I am angered. Or that's, that's too much. Just too much. Like, calm down now. No need to go that deep with it. It's just too much. Oh, those feel a little odd. With that being all that way and whatnot, yeah. Oh, they'll still look the same though, huh? Do we want to peek in on that redstone? Some peeky. The problem, of course, is that we cannot make granite fence. Definitely feel like we need some granite there. What should we put in there, chat? Is it really just like fence? Yeah. The structural amazingness of fence. Look and behold. Have you seen this amazing fence block yet? It's pretty good stuff. I actually think we're gonna still go with those as much as we can, right? But we have the continuity of the nether brick color for as long as possible in that one line. And so, hello? Oh, hello. That works. Tucking a little bit of a dealio up on in there instead. Oh, but that's the problem, right? It covers on the outside what we got going on the inside. Up on the inside, what do we do? Maybe a little bit like this, right? Maybe move that in. Moving. Oh, real? That's not bad. That's not too bad. We'll do a little bit of more staring. A little more staring. That looks pretty okay. I do think I like it matching more than being, set up opposite like that. That'd be kind of fun, but there's not enough of the pattern repeating itself. I feel to need to break it up like so, right? And even if there was more of it, I think that it's far enough spaced apart with those two little things in between that works pretty well. Okay, chat. Now, do we think that we need a little more on the top? And that doing the top straight down to the supporting bit's important. If we take that out, does it look still look supporty? Kind of. We like having the light peek out though very much, right? It feels so much like a little cozy cottage type deal, right? Having the build on the outside of that's what makes this a little weird, huh? But we're just taking this stuff off now, right? That's not the worst. If we start connecting things, does it make it better? Oh, that's a little off. That's not the worst. I feel like that those fences are out of place now, right? I would actually want them to still be walls for that. Wally bits, right? I much love the way that the fences kind of like give that little, bit of nether brick on the outside, juxtaposed with the inside that it does there. I really feel like that for this part, just going more, granite, granite wall bricks. Again, maybe a little bit in here just because, right? No, that's way too identical to the thing on top. Unless... at that point. Okay, yeah, no, having them uncovered is nice. Nice. And then how buried do we want them to be, right? Bury. Oof. That's not the worst. I don't really feel like we need the redstone to... I mean, the redstone's nice when it shows up like that, though, right? The problem right here, that's a little too repetitive, right? It's not the worst, though. Oh, wait, oh. If only we had more way to coax some, nether brick color in there, right? That doesn't feel like it's the worst. I think we could definitely go with something like that. Def. Oh, that's a little rough. That's a little rough right there. The Ruffykins. Stuffy bins. Wait, beep, beep, boom. Cutie little window things. Okay, okay. That's so different from what we had before, huh? We're okay with it. That's so close to almost being something, huh? Being overcomplicated, that's for sure, chat. Okay, okay, so... we do need to make those back to these. Just to match the thickness. Even if there's not as much contrast. Oh, we can make another brick wall. Oh, wait, no. We can make nether brick walls, and they might actually work. I've stopped finishing that sentence for it, because I thought they might not, but now I think they might. Because we're specifically looking for that color change. And they'll provide that. In the thickness we hope for, right? Oh, it's very strange. It's almost like it's not there, but it is, right? Just because it like adds a darker negative space. Are we okay with it? I don't think it's the worst. Is it better than the granite? That's a real question, though. I don't think it is. Is it worse than the granite? That's a lot more granite over there. Not quite even yet. Comparison, right? Beep, boop, bop. Beep, beep. Bop. Beep, boop, bop. Beep, 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 beep. I'm just even enough to remember. Well, let's just stack more stairs up there if we need. Ready that. Ready that. Get some of this, get some of that. Get some of this, get some of that. Do. Body that. Maybe pop that out real quick. Yo. Ready done. Doop. Drop. Front row. No, really just like that? Yeah, I mean... Oh. Okay, we do like a little grander than all that, huh? Grandiose. A. Grandiose. I was thinking maybe just more stairs real quick. Stair. Or, oh, those go lower. They should go lower. Lower. Or that go higher. Har. Here. Hurry up. Hurry up a boop. Moan. Beam. Oh. Yup. No, that looks a little weird. Looks a little weird about that thing. Poking down the middle. Hokey pokies. Not the hokey pokies. Hokey pokey is a dance you do. You do the whole pokey. Yeah. Maybe not. People did do the hokey pokey though. Pretty sure, people still do. Maybe not, though. I would have asked my kiddo. I bet he knows what it is. I bet he'd know. Maybe not, though. We'd have to see. I'll ask him. Not now. Next time he comes by. Da da da. Do do. Hmm. We still gotta think about favorite anime. I think my favorite shonen, I'd have to say Bleach. Or I mean, I don't know, because there are other shonen out there, right, that are not quite as like for long, giant, arcing series, right? Hmm. Yeah, it feels odd with it just being no granite for a lot of that, huh? And so where do we find some good places to accent with some granite, right? Bring granite out there. Take it for granted. That's not that bad at being kind of back and forth a bit there, huh? But I bet we could go here and it won't be that bad either, right? It's not the best. Not that bad, but not the best. Um, that's okay-ish. That's gonna go very much back to what we had though, isn't it? E. Okay, maybe we just make that all granite for now, right? Cause yeah, switching in the middle of different building materials probably not the best. If it can at all be avoided. Which it can. We're building Wahaha. And we make the decisions. We are the management. Oh? Not the worst. Not the best. Very bulky. Much bulk. Bad bulk? Hmm? That's nice. That's chill. That's pretty good. I'm gonna be okay with that. I don't think we need more of that here. Hello. Hello, hello. It's not the worst here, though. Really neat the little bit of a wall behind a granite wall. Oh, but at that point we'd want more. Oh, but the granite wall would connect up there, and that would be good. How do we feel about putting some of that back there? Not the best. Does not really do much. I kind of want those to be walls now too, then, right? Just so we don't have the connecty connecty. If we don't need it, right? And then do we want it flaring out or flaring up, right? Flaring down or flaring up? I think like that's good. Just because it helps like make it all seem contained and like holding that in place some, right? Okay, cool. That's not too shabby. Yo, chat, I think we're there. Do we feel like the bottom is too basic without anything on it? I don't think so at the moment. I think we're perfectly okay with it. I think that does just fine, just fine. Okay, we found a winner. Simple, connecty. Looks okay from the inside too, I think. Not too obtrusive, right? Buddy dot dot, buddy dot dot. Okay, yo, so we got connector. We've got suspension. Okay, chat. I think yeah, next stream, which will be this Wednesday, 12 noon PST style. We really need to update our background, I think, with that. We will start doing this in survival again. We will probably work, of course, on getting these first bits in, right? The arch, the two slopey sides, and then work on getting these pillars in. We'll definitely put some more supports underneath us, I think, for falling down onto and picking and catching blocks, right? I don't know if we're going to work on incorporating the spirals. I mean, we might be able to incorporate some spirals on the bottom there. That wouldn't be too bad, right? Oh, that's an 8 wide spiral, though? We'd have to figure that out. Which we could. Of course, doing that in survival, over lava, around this project, not the best idea. But, that's a pretty good looking one. And so yeah, for now, chat, we'll say thank you so much for joining us. We're gonna get some magic dailies out of the way. We're gonna stop the stream, of course, and then start a new one for that. Just because that's the way to do. Stop the stream, stop recording, get the new thing going. And for now, thank you so much for joining us for another exciting stream from copy of Amsterdam as we finalize the bridge planning. But we will bridge that spicy water, chat. We gotta remember the little thing we're doing on the happy little chiseled one right there, right? Got to happy cute. Look how cute that little chiseled thing is next to our head, right? Boop. Yo, chiseled. And so, for now, chat, or maybe this way, we get to see the chiseled, we get to see the thing, thang, thing, thang, thunk. Sweet. For now, chat, take care. Much love. Wait, oh. And peace. Wait, oh. And peace. There we go. Yo, okay, we gotta get some new motions when we're doing stuff, right? Oh, not like this. Not like this. Okay, I mean, like doing something like take care. Wait, oh, take care. Much love. Wait, oh, control. Oh, we can't crouch while we're... Take care. Much love. It's a little hard to do in creative. Let's try like this. Although, I mean, we don't get the thumbnail, right? We don't get the thumbnail. Okay, so it's like, take care. Much love. And peace. Hopefully we won't be doing this over lava too much. We'll come back. We will workshop that, chat. I will be back. I'll be back. Anywho, take care. Much love and peace. Oh, wrong button. Peace. We'll go here real quick.